friends. Whoa, hi, yes. Hey, friends. Uh, so yeah, welcome. I have roommates that do not respect my time when I'm trying to do this stuff up here. So sorry for being late. But welcome to another Thursday stream. Hey, Liger, how are you? It's been a while. Welcome to another Thursday stream. This is going to be a weird one. It's going to be a short one because things happen on Thursdays. This is just like the last month and a half has just been an ordeal. Those of you who have been paying attention to Twitter and everything else know that I've had a few weeks in the ER. I just had surgery on my stomach. How am I after all the hospital shenanigans? I shall tell you right now. So yeah, I have an umbilical hernia in my stomach. A lot of people have it. A lot of times it's not a problem, except for when it is. And for me, it was. Apparently, it started as an infection. Then I went to go get the infection drained. And in the process of getting it drained, it pushed some like there's this layer of fat between your diaphragm muscles and your intestines essentially, and I always forget the name of it because it's some medical term that I don't remember the name of it of what it is. But when they were trying to drain it and squeeze out the stuff in the infection, some of this fat went through, got constricted, and died in my abdominal cavity. So that was the whole reason why I was in the hospital the last couple of weeks and why I had to have surgery last weekend, because the tissue died and went gangrenous. And yeah, luckily I didn't get blood poisoning. Go me. So yeah. And then so this morning I actually went and got the it was like this weird thing. I had a string inside of me. I actually have a second belly button, quote unquote. I got a hole in my stomach right now because I had a string that basically there's like, they didn't repair the hernia, which is what you usually do in those situations, because the infection did not spread to my blood, thank God, but it spread far enough that like they needed that it basically got to that layer behind the muscle. So they wanted to make sure that it drained before repairing it. So in a couple months, I'm going to have to go have surgery again so that they can actually close the hernia that is in there. So until then, I can't lift anything. But yeah, and then work has just been insane. With everything, which is why everything kind of started late with the secret stream tonight, which is why this is starting late. Plus, this weekend is my partner and my birthdays. We have a birthday within some of the things, so we always go on like a weekend kind of like out trip for Halloween and our birthdays and stuff. And so I needed to help plan that tonight because apparently we didn't plan it any other time as far as how everything goes, because that's how we work. So that's why I'm late, and that's why this is straight. Thank you, Liger. Appreciate it. And tonight's stream is going to be kind of easy. We're not going to do music stuff because right now you can't hear it because it's on my other screen. That's why I'm looking over in this direction. The Kraken are playing the Minnesota Wild, and I'm trying to get really into hockey, so I want to watch it. And I have all of this stuff to put up, and this stuff as well. So that's what we're gonna do. Is I'm just gonna react to the Kraken game for the next little bit, and we're gonna put this stuff up. We'll listen to some other tunes from Pretzel, and I'm just gonna hang out and we're just gonna chat. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna watch hockey. We're gonna chat. We're gonna put up acoustic foam. We're gonna have fun, whatever. If you hang out probably for the last half of this, because I'm going to be done in an hour because I got started late. We'll maybe listen to some of the things I've been working on. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. Before, I got to take care of the business. Thank you to Leah Adams, Jason Danforth, Anthony Chapman, and Aisha Zubidi for all being awesome subscribers to my Patreon. Please, Liger, please go subscribe to my Patreon if you can. That's fine. I know Everyone has a bunch of different things that they can't do. But if you can, please go subscribe. Or just follow me here on Twitch and subscribe to me on YouTube and Facebook. We've got enough followers now that I can get to affiliate status. But now I got to have concurrent viewership of 3 people for an average amount of time over, I think, like 8 hours of streaming within a week. Oh, and in 2 weeks we're doing Extra Life. Yeah. I want to stream for Extra Life, but I also just kind of just want to sit around and play baseball, play MLB The Show. So I don't, and like it's just gonna be from the console, which means I don't have all this cool stuff like over here and down here and all that other good things. So we'll see how all that works. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, and then in a couple weeks. Yeah, just stuff is happening. Just stay tuned to Twitter and like go subscribe to my Patreon and all this stuff. Enough talking. Let's just get into actually working on figuring out how this all works. Liger, thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah. Oh, come on, Tanev. Oof! Good save. Yeah, and I don't want to get sued, so that's why like this is gonna be a reaction video to the Kraken. Aw, I miss your face too, Liger. We want to try and make it out there at some point in the near future. But, you know, the world. Okay, so this guy over here is giving us issues. So last month I tried to put this stuff up onto the walls without the cardboard on it. And, well, it didn't work. It just fell after a while. So I saw from actually it's Loading Ready Run that I saw this from when they were doing their acoustic foam treatment. They hot glued cardboard to it and then used the cardboard as like their adhesive surface. What they did is that they put the cardboard onto the wall and taped it, glued it, however they did it to the wall first, and then hot glued onto it and then put the foam on it. I'm doing it in an opposite direction because I'm doing it on stream, so I want to make sure that like at least you can see me, what's happening. This one though is giving me fits because I keep trying to put it up there and it doesn't want to stick. So I'm going to try and add tape to this. And then I'm going to put it on, there we go, in the corner that's right over here. So you're not going to see me for a minute. Oh, let me put some music on. Hold on. Listen to some chiptune. That should be working. Let me know if that sound works all right for you. It's too loud because I actually can't hear it. Because I'm going to do this for 5 seconds so you understand. Because the only other way that I can hear what's coming through these things is if I open up this channel.
From the point, no tip available. Moving in now.
And yeah, I'm watching the Kraken game on the same TV. So that's not going to work. Let's move that over here. Okay, so let's take this tape. Let's just tape the shit out of this. Just gonna increase the surface area to almost infinite. Off. So we're just going to do this all the way. The taping equivalent of nuking it from orbit is the only way to be sure. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. I also have a compressor on it so that as I talk, you should notice that it actually drops down so that it's not going to be interfering with everything else. So, and I've got 2 mics. I got this mic over here and I got this mic right here that's normally from my guitar amp. on. So the Kraken are leading 2-1 against the Minnesota Wild with about 12 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third period. Let's get that third win! Should just do this. Trying to open up this on my phone so I can actually see if anyone chats with me over here. There we go. Ooh, power. Alrighty. So, increase that surface area. Tape that my partner stole from one of her old jobs. I think we're okay using so much of this, but we'll see. Watch a guy react to the Kraken or potentially slice his thumb off. Live on Twitch. The internet is a grand thing. Alright. So. I'm hoping this works. It should. Because that should work just like that. And that goes. Let's go see and make sure this works. Alright, I shall be right back. Okay. That doesn't work. I honestly don't know what will. Let us see. Okay, where are my other things here? boys. Alright. Let's work. That'll work. That'll work. Right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright. Mark this out here, like that, and like that. Do that. Just gonna mark that there, like so. Perfect. Cut straight from there. Should be fine, right? Need to thin that out a bit. Let's take this off on this side. Still be a little thinner. Split thickness here. Should work right there. Perfect. Okay. So. Let's slice that one. Alright, well, let's finish slicing that one. Okay. Screw. Okay, wild power play. 1 minute 40 seconds left on it. Duh! Woo-hoo-hoo! Go, Gru! Nice! Alright, let's get this on here right. Like that. Perfect. Just like that. Let's get this win. Hey, Dagger, what's up? Yeah, seriously, long time no see. How you been? This ain't really a music stream tonight. Just warning you. It's more hockey and audio treatment stream. Nice penalty kill. Uh-oh. Larson on the Kraken was just like looking out like, hey, what's up? Doing all right? Been working a new job for the libraries in Spokane. Nice! That's cool. What are you doing over there? Are you just doing like kind of like tech stuff, or are you like, are you an actual librarian? Okay, let's cut this one out. Doing dev work. Just launched a new website. Oh, cool. Congrats. Congrats on all of that. Good to hear. Sounds like you've had a better month than I have. Come on, Kraken. Ooh, bring it around. Could totally use an insurance goal here right now. So much nicer finally getting to work from home again. Ain't it though? Like, so I'm having the issue of like this is my studio, but it's also my office when I work from home, and so it's hard to kind of disconnect from work. But I will say that like the fact that for like the last year or so when I have been working, been able to work from home, it's so much better. It's so much better. You just feel better, right? Like, I'm not wrong in that, right, Dagger? Can disconnect, but sometimes it's very hard to play games in the same seat afterwards. That's exactly what that's kind of the same thing with me, because like with like it's like I've got my work computer right here off camera, so like when I want to do music or I want to do streaming or something like that, it's really hard to disconnect from that way. I'm just moving so I can actually see the chat while I'm talking to y'all. Dude, working from home was great, doing it right now. Yeah, Liger, yeah, absolutely. I know you've been doing that. Like you've been working from home since before the pandemic started, right, Liger? This is what going to the office. Things feel so less chaotic because you're around. Yeah, like that's kind of the thing. Yeah, Dagger, that's the same thing for me. It's like when I had to commute because I work up in north in Seattle. I live down south in Tacoma. And I just get into work pissed off because of the commute. I think miss working in the office is city food and your commute. Came back from parental leave at the height of the first lockdown. Oh. So wait, so you came back from parental leave and just started working from home from that point forward? $5:30 left in the third. Leave October 19. To the bushfire. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that's right. Australia was on fire at the beginning of 2020. And then set up office at home. Okay. Oh, come on. Then on the west side, tried to fight Atlanta Club, tries to do our front side of Tacoma. Fuckfest has always known you in a mask. Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Only place in Pierce County I feel like you moved back to. So, like what? Like up by like Ruston Way? Or like over by like Titlow? Like which waterfront are you talking about, Dagger? By Rustin. Oh, yeah, that is really beautiful. That's also like the rich ass part of Tacoma though. That's like it's beautiful. It's really good to go look. Like I went when that comet was happening. That's why I would go to like watch that kind of stuff. But yeah, like any kind of place. Oh, land a couple jobs. Sorry, I'm thinking living. What am I doing? Yeah, whatever. Chase Banker to City Tacoma position. Been a dream for life breaks. Oh God, like seriously, I live a 5-minute drive from the waterfront. And like maybe a 20-minute walk. I don't think I would have survived working from home for the last year and a half had I not had that ability to just be like at lunch being like, I'm leaving. Just gonna go sit on a bench. Look at the sound. What sucks though is that the orcas and the sperm whales? No. Those aren't the ones that show up. The whales have been showing up a hell of a lot in the sound down here in the port, and I have missed it every single time. Favorite restaurant? Indochine. Yep. Indoshine's really great. There's another one down here called Indo Cafe. That's kind of like a street food restaurant, but it's like Asian fusion street food. It's incredible. Like, I hate saying this on the internet because it's here forever, and if, you know, it does get successful, people are going to want to come here, but Tacoma is like the secret cool area of the Pacific Northwest. Seattle's gotten like really like techie and very kind of whitewashed. It's been whitewashed. Tacoma is the nickname of Tacoma is Grit City, and seriously, it is amazing. I love it down here. Kid, you feel like it was unheard of being so close to Tacoma, yeah. Spokane with an ocean. I mean, I can't argue with you because of that fact, but yes, definitely better for Tacoma. I also feel like Tacoma's more liberal, more progressive. Let's put it that way. Hey, y'all triggered my bot thingy. Awesome. Yay, we've got enough people chatting. Yay. Tacoma has so much awesome food. I live close to a main drag in Tacoma because I don't want to say it specifically on the internet. But literally, it took me 2 weeks to try every restaurant that I could comfortably walk to. And I feel like 95% of the restaurants that I could comfortably walk to are amazing for their own different ways. City full of college kids, huge growing art scene, music for once. The county does it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's totally cool. 3 minutes left. I feel like that's kind of the same thing with Tacoma, though. Like, but Tacoma has always kind of had like Seattle as like the. There you go. Seattle's been kind of like the overflow into Tacoma, so it's always kind of like simmered a little bit. But at least from what I understand, like within like the last decade or so, it's kind of gotten. It's not safe yet, but it's safer. So more arts, more food. There's. For the last like 12 years or so, around the Lunar New Year, they do. There's a bunch of glass blowing artists down here that they'll make a ton of fucking glass orbs, and they'll just go hide it around the entire city, and so it's just a gigantic scavenger hunt every February around here, and that's super fun. The music scene seems pretty awesome right now down here. Music close to Idaho in the middle of nowhere is a major con. Yeah. Yeah, I had friends in Walla Walla for a while, and like Walla Walla was good for the wine and the distilleries, but like not much else. Kind of the same thing. It's like it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. 145. Come on, Kraken, hold this. Empty net. Come on. Oh. Okay, since we're chatting, I'm just gonna go back to the main camera here. For now. Back there. Yeah. Ooh, empty net. Come on! Come on, Tanev! Tamu! Hell yeah! Go there for lunch and hang out in the Glass Museum Workshop Auditorium off of. Glass Museum is awesome. The Foss Waterway waterfront. I don't know when the last time you were here, but it's gotten to be incredible just to go and walk it. From the Maritime Museum down to the Glass Museum. Just it's been incredible. Rock the Dock is one of my favorite places down here. Yeah. Tacoma is I've said this for the last couple of years since I've lived down here. Tacoma is what I thought Seattle was when I moved up here 10 years ago. Like Seattle had this reputation of being like an artsy music kind of like you get there, you make your music, you make your art, and it's all cool and stuff like that. And I got here and it was just all white kids and tech bros. That's all it was. And I'm just like, this is not what I was looking for. And then we moved down to Tacoma and it's like, oh, this is where everyone went. This is my scene. This is where I'm at. 2018, same really awesome art museum, had a beehive installation at the time too. Yeah, 2018, that was about the time that we moved up here. I think. Yeah, 2018 is about the time that we moved down here. So yeah, it was about that. Yeah, by that time, it was really good then. Rock the Dock's been good for a while. I'm not really a fan of their politics. They're one of the bars that, like around here, that, you know, ignore any suggestions about COVID. Well, at least from their patrons. Their wait staff follow it, at least. At the very least. It's just they don't enforce it, which I can kind of understand. Good Puyallup, moved away from college, and of my like 2018 surprise how conservative everyone felt in comparison to when I was younger. I haven't been here that long to be able to say that kind of thing, but yeah, it's like you got Seattle, you got Tacoma, and then right outside of those things, it gets Trump country. Oh, I should say Seattle, Bellevue, Redmond, Tacoma. I feel if I end up in Tacoma, if you ever move back, but also encourage everyone to come out here. If you do decide to come back into the hellscape that is the United States, you should totally come to Tacoma. Because it's cheaper than Seattle, but you still get kind of the same things. And if you want to go up to Seattle, it's totally fine. It's not as capitalistic, I guess. Here. I want to go out there to visit. I think I've got too many ties here in this country that I don't think I could make. I don't think I could be an expat. I just don't think I could do that. Hell yeah! 4-1 Kraken! East West would come about wanting to kill yourself. That's so fair. That's so fair. It's so weird. Like, I think the way that my partner described Tacoma is that everyone down here are actually human. Which kind of covers. Yeah! 3 wins for the Kraken! 7 points. The way that my partner described it was that everyone down in Tacoma is actually human. And what that refers to is that not human, normal, because normal doesn't actually exist. But what that refers to is basically that you can go and like it feels like people in Tacoma are neighborly, essentially. Like, you can go and actually interact with people. You can have debates. You can have discussions. You can think about things. You can have completely and totally different viewpoints and perspectives on different things, but no one's going to be like, yeah, fuck you, whenever that kind of happens. You can actually have conversations with people. People actually recognize that you exist, even if you're not friends with them. Whereas in Seattle, it's kind of like, what are you doing in my way? Tech bros. Get around between Puyallup, Brownie Lake, Tacoma, like a normal human, north to south from anywhere is like 5 times the amount of time. Almost. Yeah, it's still the case. They've got I-5 almost done down here in Tacoma now, and it hasn't helped. I got lucky enough that since I worked at Microsoft, I had a free Orca pass, so I could use the train whenever I go up there. And then the pandemic happened, so I didn't have to use the train anymore. And then I went up to Seattle a few weeks ago to go to a Mariners game and realized that my Orca card from Microsoft doesn't work anymore. So that was fun. So I'm glad that basically my new job at Microsoft, they have said that, yeah, we're never coming back into the office. You're just working from home all the time. Which is great. It also sucks for the things that I need to do for it. That's a whole other story. Bear with me for a second while I try to figure out how I want to be able to listen to the music that y'all are listening to as well. What we're going to do. It's going to mute for a second. I'm going to do that. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to do this. I'm going to turn on the compressor on this one. Yeah. There we go. So game's over. Kraken win. 3rd win of the season. Woo! Take insurance over the bus pass. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Or train. The Sounder train is amazing if you need to get north. They're going to try and put light rail in here in the next 10 years or so, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why light rail is coming in to Tacoma. Not because I don't think it's not worth it, because more public transportation is always good. But the Sounder is just great. It's huge, it's big, it's spread out. It's one of the only pieces of public transportation that I probably would have felt comfortable riding in the height of the pandemic. Still kind of to this day. The buses down here are a little bit better because they actually cleaned them and people aren't using them anymore, so it's totally fine. But since the Sounder exists, which is commuter rail, those of you on the East Coast, it's kind of like Amtrak. I don't understand why we're doing light rail. Because the Sounder, and honestly, it's kind of my privilege of just being any one of my uses of light rail would be to get me into Seattle from Tacoma, of which I could just take the Sounder, less stops, and it'll be faster. So, I'm sure, but so it's I'm on my, so I recognize that. I'm just okay, well, that's kind of my privilege talking. It just getting coming to Seattle is 20 stops between then. People probably want to get off of that. But then it's Federal Way. Like, really the only stop that I could think of that most people would want to get to from Tacoma using light rail would be the airport, SeaTac, which the Sounder doesn't go to. That's a good thing for light rail. But all the other stops, nah. And we already had a direct bus line from Tacoma to SeaTac. So yeah, I don't understand why light rail's coming all the way down to Tacoma, but I'm glad it is. But I like the Sounder. Yeah, but it's weird because it's like there like literally from the Tacoma Dome station to SeaTac, there's a bus. It's like it's a bus specifically for that. Like one stop, I think maybe in like Federal Way, maybe between here and there. I don't know. Public transportation in America is just people don't want to use it for some weird reason. Of course, I say that, and I used to use it all the time on buses that were entirely packed to the gills, and it was not a comfortable experience. But I tolerated it because my job paid for public transportation. So if you had something like that, some kind of subsidy kind of thing. Anyway, we're getting political. I'm supposed to be doing music stuff now. Setting up my studio. I've put up a grand total of 1 piece of acoustic foam since we started this stream. But I've had fun. It's good talking to y'all. Night shift and buses stopped like 20 minutes before we finished up. Oh, with the tweet fleet? Had to drive until you switch phones. Yeah. I forgot about those night shifts. God. I don't miss that job, but I do miss those shifts because I miss having just an extra day. 4-day work weeks, y'all. Let's get that going. Anyway, what was I doing? Yes, I'm cutting this out. That's what we're doing here. Writing a second one of these things here. That's what we're doing. College out here. Got a free pass in the lines between Newtown and Spokane until like 10:30. This is at the ED. That's the thing. It's like that's like because America. Hi. Yes, I'm over here. Let me move up close to the actual mic. Because America doesn't do public transportation, like, you don't have, like, so here's what's weird. So I went to a Mariners game up in Seattle a few weeks ago. And it is an issue because, like, buses and trains and stuff will typically stop around, like, 10:30, which means that, like, yeah, you can't use it as a designated driver. It gets, you can't get it off of work, all the other kind of stuff. But if you're going a route that's a long way, they run those things super late, which I feel like is maybe not the safest thing if you're going to be choosing to do that. So I could take a bus from Tacoma up to the stadium where the Mariners were playing and then take a single bus back. It was one long route. There was like one stop between the two. So it was just an express route. And that thing ran till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, stupidly late compared to the rest of everything else is going. And it's weird. It doesn't, like, public transportation in the Seattle-Tacoma metro area does not make sense. Like, in any aspect, it doesn't make sense. It works, and it's useful, and it shouldn't go away, and it's awesome when it works, but it doesn't make sense. See, that's the thing is like in about a year or so, they're gonna finish the line from Seattle to Redmond on the light rail. Like they just finished the line going up to past Northgate. That just opened up a couple weeks ago. But in like the next year or so, they're gonna have the line that goes out to Bellevue and Redmond, and then I think a couple years after that to Ballard. And then yeah, like 5 or 6 years, they're gonna have the extension all the way down to Tacoma on it. But no one's talked about like how much that's going to be. Looking up how to get to urgent care from downtown Bellevue. It's like 10-minute drive, 75-minute bus ride. The public on Mercer Island before pull on a U-turn. What urgent care were you trying to get to? Harborview? Where'd my leg go? There's my leg. There it is. Clinic in your network that was like east on I-90. There was nothing like within the Bellevue city limits. Hi. Hi there. So much glue. Oh wow, this thing's getting really hot. I'm sorry, whoever the guitarist on this track is I know how to solo. Sorry, I shouldn't be making fun. It's taken me 10 months to do a 12-song album. This one was stripped way back after Obamacare. Was this when you were on the tweet fleet with us? Because I feel like that insurance was fine. It's okay. That's right. I obviously do not know how to play the cameras yet. We'll figure this out. Okay. How are we doing over here? That one's fine. Alright, so based on the trap that I put up there, I'm just gonna tape the shit out of this one. And then we're gonna put it on this one back here. Don't think it was on the XCTF plan. It was something else. Oh. Oh, so were you doing something separate from like job stuff? Or was it like, I don't know, did Maggiano's or didn't I actually have a health plan? Which, by the way, speaking of health plans. So my thing that I've been in the hospital for required a couple CT scans and surgery. And I haven't gotten the bill for my second stay in the ER, which was the surgery stay with the second weekend. But just being in the ER for 8 hours, to get a CT scan, be prescribed some antibiotics, and have an infection drained. $11,000. lucky enough to have insurance. Except for the fact that my insurance, after paying the deductible, says that I have to pay 20% of any bills after that, up until about $3,000 per year. So yeah, I'm paying about $3,000 when all is said and done. That first trip was about $1,900. When everything is said and done, I have yet to get the bill for the second trip. And I gotta go back for surgery next year. So this thing is gonna cost me probably $6,000. So please go subscribe to my Patreon if you haven't already. Or go buy my music on Bandcamp. Or just constantly stream me on Spotify or any other music place that you do. Because I'm gonna need that money here in a minute. America's the greatest country in the world. Yeah. Oh no, like that's the bullshit of this. Is that it's already been, my insurance actually does haggle it down. Like, they haggle it down, they pay what they do, and then after that haggling price, I still have to pay 20% of it. That's how stupid medical pricing here in the United States is. So checks for tonsillectomy. Oh, God. Oh, that sucks, Dagger. It is so dumb that I have to go through all that. Well, no, it literally was, I lost one of the shittiest lotteries in existence. Because apparently like 90% of people have this hernia because it's just a result of how your umbilical cord works when you're born and where it needs to go so you get the nutrients. It's just like sometimes the muscle just doesn't heal all the way, so you have this little space in there. A lot of times, not a big deal. Like, doesn't really matter, doesn't really affect anybody, so no one really cares. And I just lost it. It just lost the thing, and so they're like, oh, well, if this is going to be a problem, it's going to be a problem as you grow older. It's going to come worse problems, so you got to get it repaired. Yeah, it's just gonna suck. So sorry, you're never coming back. I don't blame you, Liger. Do not blame me. I'd love to have you back. I do not blame you. So first surgery was well worth it. Second was a huge bummer since he had to ride in it. Yeah. Yeah. It's really odd, too. Like, it's funny you say the first surgery is well worth it. Because same thing with me. Because, like, it wasn't, like, the worst pain that I've ever been in, but it was just so chronic for about a month. And it's in your core. Was the pain that I was experiencing. So I couldn't sit in this chair without just being in pain constantly. I couldn't lay down to go to sleep without being in pain constantly. I couldn't walk without being basically the hunchback, like, old person kind of walking. And it would still be in pain because, like, everything else that all the other muscles around it that have never been used were compensating to try and prevent that from happening. And I got into surgery. The anesthesiologist was like explaining to me like, oh, well, like you'll feel like a warmth come over your body and then you'll wake up in your hospital bed. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's just kind of like sleeping, whatever. I didn't even make it to the part where he's telling me that he's administering the anesthetic. I got in, they put me on the operating table, they put the cuffs on my ankles to make sure that my blood flowed while they were doing surgery on me. Then they said, last thing I remember them saying is like, let me hook you back up to the IV. I remember seeing the anesthesiologist walking through the door, and the next thing I remember is scaring the shit out of the nurse in the recovery room. Because apparently I was the fastest person she ever had that woke up. And I did the movie wake up, like the football practice kind of wake up thing on it. And it was disorienting. Super disorienting because it was like I was in an operating room and then I was in a room that I had never seen before with people I have never seen before. For like 1 second, I did not even remember, like, oh yeah, you're getting surgery for a thing in your stomach. So I'm just like, what is happening? Where am I? What is going on? And like, the first thing I remember when I woke up was the nurse being like, whoa, okay, you are in the recovery room. Everything is fine. It's okay. You just had surgery. Like, literally, like, she was a pro. She like, even though I was the fastest person to wake up, she was like, oh, okay, you are a quick one. Let me get you situated again so that you're not panicking. Because I literally was like laying down and just like, boop, like that kind of wake up thing. You can picture that. Yeah. It's a funny story and it was fun. But the cool part about it is that as much as I'm bitching about how much it's going to cost me, I have had no pain whatsoever. Except for like the very first night, because I think I was still getting used to the fact that I had a string essentially flossing my belly button. So like you put any pressure on it and it's like, and the surgeon even warned me of this, it's just like the pain sensors that are in that area, in that belly button area, basically connected to your groin. So essentially, if I messed with anything there, it felt like I was getting kicked in the balls all the time. For like a day. So, luckily I still had some major painkillers for that night. So I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm just going to take it. And just be like, yeah, it's going to put me to sleep. And my boss was super cool when I got home. Because like on the day after was a Monday. And I was like, yeah, I could totally work. And my boss was just like, yeah, you can, but don't. Just don't. Take a rest. You've had a long time. So, totally good coming out of it. Way more aware than I thought it would be. That was weird for me too. Because I didn't like, so my partner had surgery on her thyroid. And for like 6 hours afterwards, she was just like, what? She was just out of it, which, you know, like happens. So I was expecting that, like, that's what I was going to be like for a while. I was just going to be just like kind of almost drunk. Almost in the state of mind that I'm in right now, because I've had a couple already tonight. Why am I laughing at that? But I was expecting that, like, for a while I was going to be like, yeah, whatever. But, so I go into the ER on, like, Friday afternoon. And through the whole process, they're like, well, we might need to put you into surgery, so... well, first they're like, well, we're going to give you a CT scan, and so you don't want to eat or drink anything as long as you possibly can so that this works the best way and you don't feel nauseous. I'm like, okay, fine. And I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast on Friday. So they had the CT scan, and then, like, I was like, okay, can I go, like, have a snack or a drink of water? And you're like, well, let's wait to see what the CT scan says, because you might have to have surgery. Okay, fine. So I don't eat anything or drink anything, and then I'm there for like 8 hours, and then finally, like, at 11, so I check in probably like around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I get admitted at hospital probably about 11 o'clock that night. No food. And about like 10 o'clock, they're like, yeah, we're getting you admitted because we're gonna put you into surgery tomorrow. So don't eat anything. Great, cool. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe that night, maybe in the morning, whatever. No, it wasn't until 4 o'clock the next day. So I went essentially 31 hours without food. No, not even that. 35 hours without food, because I'm not counting the time that I was actually under. So I woke up and I was not groggy. I wasn't necessarily aware for the first 5 seconds, because I was just like, what is happening? What's going on? What is going on? But like the moment I'm like, okay, I had surgery. I'm in a recovery room, still in the hospital. Everything's fine. It's like, okay, cool. Next thought immediately was like, can I eat now? And the nurse was just like, yeah, you can. What do you want? Like, here's our menu, which was just like, it sounded the good. I was wanting and craving Chipotle brisket because it kept showing up in commercials in the hospital while I was there. It was... I am from Texas, y'all. Brisket is a religion to me. Like, barbecue and brisket is like, it needs to be perfect. Never, ever. As much as I want to distance myself from Texas, there are a few things that I cannot deny, and one of them is barbecue and brisket. Never would I ever be caught dead eating fast food brisket, and for the love of God, I wanted some Chipotle brisket before I went into surgery. That's how hungry I was. So when she gave me the menu, which was like a freaking like 5-star course type of menu, the food, it's hospital food, so it didn't taste that good, but it 2 full meals when you got your cover of the group. That's kind of basically what I did. Like, I had I ordered like 2 desserts and a full thing, all that. I mean, it's amazing, right? Like, it's amazing, and like I kept ordering it, and I kept ordering it. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna eat all this food. I scarfed it down in like 15 minutes. It was like a 5-quart. Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what I got. I think I got like orange juice, like spaghetti and meatballs, a full-size brownie, cake, pudding, ice cream. No, I have not been to Caveman Kitchen in Kent. I'll have to look that up. Oh, yeah, feral is the absolute correct word. The absolute correct word. Okay, so we're going to have to end this soon, so I'm just going to go back to this shot for right now. We'll bring the camera back here, so I'm somewhat properly lit while we finish this conversation. I'll have to check it out. There's one place up here, at least in Tacoma, that I would say like that it's decent barbecue. I'm not a huge snob about it, but there is certain barbecue that I will be like, no, it's just not worth it. Like, I've had Dickies twice while up here, and it's just like, I've hated myself each time I've eaten it, but it's actually rather okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. It's good in a pinch. So, yeah, I'll definitely go check that out. Caveman Kitchen. Cool. Which freeway? 90 or 167? Yeah, exactly. No, my thoughts exactly, Dagger. It just like it's okay, but like for the price that they're charging for it, it's just like, eh. It's like 2 months into the pandemic, I got an actual smoker, and I've been learning how to smoke meat. I haven't tried a brisket yet because, like I said, brisket is a very, very specific thing. I don't want to ruin it for myself. But I've gotten damn good at pork and pulled pork. Off 167. Okay. I'll definitely have to try it out. Okay, it's past 10 o'clock here. It's typically when I want to try and end it because I still got to work in the morning, and typically it takes me about an hour to come off this. But hey, Dagger, Liger, thank you so much for hanging out during this very, very, very weird stream. But like, it was nice chatting with y'all. Yeah, I might do more of these, honestly, because we like baseball and soccer, and I still need to do audio treatment in here. So yeah, it's good to it absolutely was good to catch up for a bit. So yeah, hopefully we have to do this again. So thank y'all, thank both of you, thank you to both of you for hanging out. Thank you to Isabella Lee Adams, Anthony Chapman, and Jason Danforth for being Patreon subscribers. Glad to catch the game second. Catch games over here. I'm doing it not necessarily legally. only because I'm a YouTube TV person, and Root is not on there. I feel like once the baseball playoffs are done, I'm gonna cancel YouTube TV and just go to Fubo, and then I'll do it legally after that thing. But like, I'm not technically doing it legally right now. But, like, totally will, Liger. It's so nice doing these things when people are actually in chat. Like it's so like all the recommendations I always hear is just like, do all these things to engage with your chat people, and it's just like, well, if I want to engage with people, people have to show up first. So thank you. So seriously, when I say thank y'all, thank you for hanging out, because it's always so much more fun just hanging out and chatting. But yeah, we'll probably do more of these. We'll do probably more Kraken stuff. Yeah, I got Extra Life in a couple weeks, so I'll probably be doing some baseball stuff doing that thing. And then also right after that, I'm actually taking a full week off of work. I'm not going to be streaming the entire time, but I might do some extra things here and there. So I don't know, just pay attention to my Twitter, you know, all that other good stuff. Go subscribe. Let me do my whole spiel thing here. I already thanked everyone on there. Please, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to my Patreon. Or if not, go stream me on... Wow, I totally botched that word. Try this again. There we go. Please go subscribe if you haven't already. Or just follow me here. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Spotify. I'm also on YouTube Music. Apple Music. Amazon. I like there's probably not a music service that my music is not currently on. So please go listen to me there. Please follow me here. Please subscribe to Patreon. Please do all the good stuff. It really does seriously help me out. It makes me want it, like, it makes it easier. Like, for the last couple of months, it has been really tough for me for various reasons, not just medically. And so doing this every week has kind of been a little bit of a slog. It's been a lot of imposter syndrome kind of stuff. So doing that stuff, following me here, following me on Spotify, subscribing to Patreon, all that stuff, like, really makes this kind of the bright spot whenever not fun things happen. It makes it more like me looking forward to it. So seriously, Liger, Dagger, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being here. We will see you next week. Yeah, we might do more of this, or we might actually do actual music stuff. I try, but I fail many times. PAX Friends for Life, absolutely. Hey, I'm wearing my PAX Unplugged hoodie today, so that works. But yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you all so much. Y'all take care. And yeah, when I see you again, I will be 38 years old. Hooray. Anyway, take care, y'all. We'll see you later.